So my name is Shao. I'm actually a professor of computer science at Yale. I've been in the department here for the last 2 years. My student and I started this company called CertiK, which is trying to secure the Web3 world. So if you have heard in previous talks, there's a lot of pain with cybersecurity. And in the world of blockchain, it's particularly bad. I mean, of course, everybody have heard enough stories about all the recent incidents in the world, but if you actually look at the financial loss in the blockchain world, in 2002, there's a program error, related to program error, there's about $3 billion. So even though there's lots of new things coming out in the blockchain and AI world, the impact of the cybersecurity bugs is great. So it's actually, you can just look at some of the recent quote from, this is what Ray Dalio said. Still, to one holding digital cyber assets at a time when cyber offense is much more powerful than cyber defense, the cyber risk is the risk I cannot ignore. So this is a bigger issue. We have already talked about the cost in securing the traditional safety-critical software, but in the blockchain Web3 world, it's actually much worse because all the code are actually, once you deploy it, you cannot change the code. They are open source. People have an incentive to hack into these systems because you can actually get a huge reward. So this is really the kind of a challenge we hit. So my group at Yale has been working on new technologies called formal verification, which is trying to prove all these code actually is free of bugs. So the company was actually founded 5 years ago in 2018, which by me and my student, Zhong, who is now a professor at Columbia. So we were building on top of the technology we created at Yale called CertiK, which is formally verified operating systems. And it's actually being used in many different academic and defense communities. So the CertiK itself actually tried to provide the security guarantee for many of the new smart contracts and many of the blockchain startups. And in the last few years, we have secured about $300 billion of asset. And we have roughly 30% market share of all audited Web3 projects. And about audit, we performed like 5,000 audits and 60,000 vulnerability detected. So if you go to actually main website like CoinMarketCap, you can see that about top 200 we actually audited about 65% of all the companies. You can actually see the tag audited by CertiK on many of these companies listed. So in our company, we actually provide technologies from 3 aspects. First one is to do audit, when you get some code, you actually try to look through these code using these different tools, AI, ML to formal verification, expert reviews. We audit about 200 smart contracts monthly or projects, and we auditing 5 million lines of code monthly. So after you do the auditing report, so this is like the tools we use. After you did the auditing report, you actually also launch it, and then we have a Skynet, which is a dynamic monitoring system. So we're not just, when we do the audit, every time the vendor needs to change their code, they have to kind of go through our audit process again. Once you launch it, you run it, we actually have a dynamic monitoring tools to see whether it's running properly. And so we perform these different dynamic checks because all the blockchain code are available on the internet, so you can actually look at their logs. We draw these diagrams and we provide these reports. And then we accumulate and put all these things together in a security leaderboard, which is actually a transparent service offered to the entire community, blockchain community. So if you go to our CertiK website, you can see about 10,000 listed projects, and every project is given a number, so that even if you don't quite know security, you can see whether a security company has 90 points versus 60 points. You click on it, you can see very detailed reports. So we have already gotten lots of investment from reputable investors. And so if you have interest to pursue the next stage of where our company goes, feel free to contact us.